Welcome back. This is City Vandals podcast, and today we're going to be interviewing Alex Two-Tone from Born and Raised clothing brand and his podcast, Powerful Truth Angels. Just a big fan, man. And stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching.
Yo,
What's up, man?
what's up, bro? How are you?
Good.
Hold
This,
on, let me see.
this the new studio?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
man.
This is like we're not even moved in yet. There's a bunch of empty rooms. There we are. What is up, man? How are you?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Sorry about the runaround. You've been
No,
trying to
dude.
get me on here for a minute.
Bro, I watch you guys all the time, man. It's honestly a blessing to have you on, dude, because yeah, I'm a real fan of Powerful Truth Angels, and I
Hell
was
yeah.
watching Maddie before that on Viceland and everything, and then but I got introduced to you when you guys first started the channel, and yeah, man. And then I realized your background. I think you talked about it in one of the episodes of being a writer back in the day.
I'm from LA. Yep. I grew up on the West Side. I was still am, in graffiti crew called AWR and tangentially MSK. We have a what do we have, a 20 year? We have a reunion happening this weekend somewhere in an undisclosed location. So I'm gonna see all the boys.
That's awesome, dude.
Which I haven't seen them in so long. I haven't seen, some I keep in touch with, some I don't. It's good to see everybody get old and fat.
That's
Um,
how it goes.
yeah, but that was I spent a good portion of my life extremely dedicated to doing graffiti,
Awesome.
but not so much anymore. But it's still somehow part of my. It just never leaves you, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And when did you first start? Because I remember you said you wrote something before Two Tone.
Oh yeah, I wrote Era as a kid. You have a bunch of dumbass names. I wrote Era. I don't know why. I think I wrote it because of might have been like a De La Soul song at the time. I believe I was 15 when I wrote Era. And I was told by an older head I couldn't write it, so I stopped writing it.
Yeah, that
And
happens.
then, yeah, and this kid that was there named Fade, Mikey, he's like, you should write two tone, and I was like, all right, and that was it. And I wrote two tone,
And this
and I
was
became
the 80s, like
very early '90s, I believe, maybe late '80s,
okay.
possibly late '80s. Yeah, yeah, fucking old, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, what is your favorite city to paint besides LA? Where else? I mean, I seen you posted something that was in San Francisco, which I thought was dope because I'm from San Jose. That's where I started this channel out here. I'm born and raised here in San Jose, and yeah, just what was your favorite city?
I mean, it definitely was LA, but I mean, we got around. We would go up north to San Francisco. Um, I mean, when I went to Japan, I've been to Japan a bunch of times, and there was a trip about 8 years ago where we were bombing everything in sight, which was kind of fun. But now I'm like, I don't really paint, so I don't really I don't have the need to do that anymore. But I was pretty much a townie, so I stayed local. I was on the west side, and all around LA. I go east side, Belmont Tunnel, Motor Yard, Santa Fe Yard. Also just painting, tagging on everything you can see. It was kind of just running around the city, fucking shit up, I guess.
What was your favorite spots to paint out here in LA? Like your
Probably the Venice Pavilion. I mean, I lived a block away from there, so the whole crew would I had an apartment when I was like 16 or 17, and the whole crew would sleep in my house, get drunk, wake up at like 6, and then go into the yard and just destroy it.
Yeah.
And also while we were drunk, we'd destroy everything around my apartment too. But that's just something we did. So I mean, that I'm just lazy, bro. So that was like that Motor Yard was sick too. Although
Definitely.
Belmont was crazy. Belmont was a crazy yard because you had like a lot of East Side guys coming in there,
Mhm.
and but you know the thing about Venice was just cool. Is like somebody, you know, people would pull up and paint, and I think I don't know, man. There's a lot of when I was coming up, there's a lot of crazy piecing going on, you know, and in my era, it was like LA was hyper focused on doing burners.
Mhm.
Everyone's just doing burners. New York's always been more about fill-ins and you know tuxedos and all that shit. But like LA has been like, you know, there's bombing obsessed writers in LA too, of course, but there's also this whole burner thing that I was kind of brought up to raise. I was brought up to just paint like giant pieces and shit. Um, and I did that, you know, I was taught by kind of my older homies to like paint just like, you know, paint as big as humanly possible. And I would do that, you know.
So you did like rollers and all that stuff too.
I
Basically.
didn't fuck with rollers. The younger guys did that. I wasn't really a roller guy. A lot of
Yes.
the younger guys, a lot of younger dudes would do that shit.
Omar made the appearance.
Yeah, Omar pulled up. Um, yeah, like Saber and then would do that stuff.
Yeah.
To this, the pink, yeah. The panel, the whole thing, everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, Saber and then would do the rollers. A lot of guys, I mean, a lot of guys did rollers and Fate. You know, but it was like kind of the younger generation got into that role. I never did it. I mean, those are my thing, you know, just doing like they got super into just doing gigantic blocks, you know.
Yeah.
But the generation under me just became so like they took what we did and ran with it to where they just became monsters. Where I was like, I look at what they did, and I'm like, holy shit, it was
Right.
way far past what I did, you know.
Yeah. And you were you're still a tattoo artist as well, right?
No,
Have you ever been doing tattoos or anything?
yeah, I had an apprenticeship and I did about 10, but I never really did it professionally.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, but I studied. I didn't do it.
okay.
Yeah,
You ever thinking about getting back into that?
no,
No time.
no, I don't want to do that. No,
I got you.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, man, it is. Got to devote a lot of time to that. And
Yeah.
that brings up the other question is just I mean, how did you think of Born and Raised? I mean, you're the owner, you're the designer,
Well, my partner thought of it. My partner thought of the name,
okay.
and he thought of the concept, and he brought it to me, and I kind of like packaged it and got it ready for a presentation. This is 10 years ago, and we just worked together and built it. You know, but it's more based on like his experience in Venice. That you know, I was a generation older, and I kind of observed it, but he was really in the mix. You know, whereas I wasn't so much. I was doing graffiti, and he was gangbanging and shit.
And who's the partner? The partner with
Spanto is my partner.
okay, for sure. That's dope, man.
You know, those two things kind of came together, and there's a lot of crossover there. You know,
Yeah,
there's a lot of interesting things that kind of
dude, that shit's dope,
a lot
man.
of shared stuff. You know,
Yeah,
a lot of shared interests.
dude, and so also I wanted to get into powerful Truth Angels. Like, how did you guys come up with that? Like, when did you guys start this? It was originally with you and Maddie, right?
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was literally eating sushi with Maddie, and I was like, I always want to do a podcast. And he goes, well, you want to do it with me? And I go, yeah, sure. And the next day, we went to Guitar Center and bought the equipment and started recording. It was that fast.
Dude, he's so funny. And I really do
Yeah.
miss all that in your living room. And I know it was a lot of hectic shit going on. And what's
That's
up, man?
Spanto.
What's up?
How you doing? How the hell are you?
Chris, bro,
That's
nice
the
to
guy
meet
that's telling you about. He can't hear you.
Which one?
Huh?
Who is that?
I'm doing his podcast.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, I was just telling him about you.
You're on the podcast right now?
No, it's not live. It's not live. It's not live.
Yo, this motherfucker. Thanks for
Yeah, he's the
Shit.
beat.
never didn't make the Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Take it.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Um,
I definitely appreciate Maddie making appearances back on the show and everything. But you and Jason, right? Jason's the guy that does behind the scenes. He's awesome, bro. You guys are a great fit. I mean, I can just listen to you guys just bullshit. And even though it's literally just bullshitting, it's hilarious. Like,
I know.
in the end, it's like you guys call yourselves out. Like, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing here? And it's like
Yeah.
that type of podcasting. I really enjoy more than the traditional like everything too like edited and shit, man. I like
Too produced. You like it when it's just loose and
yeah, man. You guys are just chilling, man. And that's what really got me into this too, bro. I mean, I'm only on episode what, like 19 or whatever, and just having fun with what I'm doing here, you know. And
yeah, yeah.
just hey man, dude, I was sick as hell. No, man, it was definitely it's definitely dope to watch that show grow and change. And yeah, man, I'm still a fan watching all that. But
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
man,
Well, it's nice to be watched, man. You know,
yeah,
glad
dude,
that people dig
Maddie's
it.
fucking hilarious. You're fucking hilarious. And I'm
Thank
glad
you.
Omar's still around.
Omar's still kicking, man. She's somehow hanging in there. I don't know how.
Yeah,
Doesn't make no sense.
yeah,
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 we're still going.
man. That's freaking awesome. No, man. So like in the new spot, anything new coming up? Anything that we can look forward to as far as with your channel or?
Yeah, we're trying to push the envelope with PTA, you know, doing more interesting shows. Got some things in the works we're working on, trying to expand it a little bit. And then with Born and Raised is just a monster, it just keeps going. You know, there's a lot of crazy projects this year.
Mm.
Levi's, Nike, I don't know, a lot of other ones I won't talk about, but big stuff for us is happening. You know, it's our 10-year anniversary this year, so we're trying to knock it out the park, you know.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, and this is a graffiti channel, and I know a lot of people want to hear more graph stuff, but like, definitely, I've heard a lot of your stories already. Is there anything you can think of like that you haven't told the public? Anything like about anything to do with that side of your life?
Like old like graffiti stories. I mean,
Any story or anything that you want to give us to, you know?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I have to sit and talk to some people. I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, there was just there's a period of time when I was just really out there
Yeah.
partying, doing graph, going to parties, getting high. And you know, it was a bunch of crazy, fucked up kids trying to band together to make some sort of a, you know, quote unquote family of some sort. And you know, we did a lot of funky shit, man. You know, like trying to think of stuff, you know, like I don't know, I've been arrested for it, been chased, been shot at. I think more shit happened by just living in Venice than just doing graffiti. Like I remember a couple of graffiti guys were with got shot in front of my house. Just because it was just like some rivals came to the neighborhood and wanted to shoot. They wanted to shoot the local gang, and they saw us like, we'll just shoot these guys instead. Send the message. Shit like that, you know. The '90s was a crazy time, and it was very active. It was intense, you know.
In LA,
But I don't know. I can't recall anything off the top that's like, you know, like a specific story, you know.
that's good. Oh man, I mean, shoot, dude, like definitely looking forward to what's coming next with your podcast and everything too, man. Like I said, I've been watching since the beginning. Where's Matty at? He's he's on the other side of the country, huh?
Right now he's in Chicago. He's
Chicago.
shooting the second season of The Bear.
Okay. Dope, man.
Yeah, he doesn't have time for this little podcast. He's doing a little something called television. So I understand.
Yeah, it's getting that television money, man. That's where it's
Yes,
at.
sir. Some real shit, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Well, dude, I really appreciate you know, taking the time, man. And
yeah, again, sorry it took so long, man. I kept giving
it's
you a
good,
runaround. I feel bad. I had to do that interview.
it's definitely dope to have you on and everything. And yeah, it's been a long time coming, bro. I'm gonna stay watching. I mean, everybody go watch that. If you haven't already seen it, it's Powerful Truth Angels with Two-Tone. And I mean, you thinking about adding any new co-hosts or anything new coming?
Yeah, if someone comes along and they make sense, I'm gonna snatch them up. But I haven't found anyone that would make complete sense. But I got some people I like, you know.
Cool, man.
Thinking about it, I might invite someone in to help on a pretty regular basis, you know.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch.
It's a lot of work. you know?
Yeah, it is, man. I know you got a lot on your plate, but I
Got a lot
mean,
on my plate.
I guess my question is just like, why do that? I mean, are you the type of person that needs to have multiple things on your plate to function?
Yeah, I seem to have a lot of,
But it's a good thing.
sometimes I ask the same thing, why do I do it? The only reason I keep doing it is because I keep running into people on the street who tell me they love it. And
Yeah,
every time that happens, I keep doing it. But if it wasn't that, if it wasn't people telling me they liked it, I probably would quit. Because it's not like it's not, you know, I'm not rich from it. I'll tell you that. It's not making money. Something we kind of do. It kind of keeps itself going, you know, but it's fun. It's interesting too. I like talking about it.
yeah, man. I'm a really small podcast. I'm the same way, bro. There's no money coming in from it. This is just fun, but having a chance to meet, you know, Two Tone and getting an interview with him, bro, that's hella dope. I was surprised I was even getting DMs like replying back from you, man. So because I see all the shit that you do, and I'm like, dude, this is madness. Like, I understand completely every time it was not gonna work out, but
Yeah, sorry.
dude, man,
It's crazy.
it's hella dope that I had you on and everything, bro. So I'm
Yeah,
definitely
man, happy to help.
keep in touch, and if I'm ever in LA, bro, I'll hit you up, man.
Yeah, give me a shout, man. Keep pushing, dude. Keep recording, man. Consistent. You know?
Yeah, man,
We'll
that's what
catch
it
up,
is.
dude.
Right, bro. Right, bro. Well, I appreciate you, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate you too. You have a good one.
Anytime, brother.